Morning guys, another day and girls. My hair. Maybe I should perm it, I don't know. Anyways guys, Christmas is over now. I've boxed this up, got rid of all the packing, and I've put a drawer in safe. So for now this is gonna stay safe. I'll mark it up and put it away nicely so that it all stays together. And then another thing, of course, look at that. That is on the door. The workshop is officially been named. Anyways, yeah, I've got quite a few things. Look at the workshop. I need to clean the bench up. I'm not too sure if I'll mount that straight away. I want to work on that shaft. I'll dig it out for the gearbox. As you recall, it's a shocked, no, not a shocked, a shock ram. Quite a nice shaft. I need to turn a new shaft and start making it up for the saw, and I need to get on with stuff so that I could start working on steam engines. And this will probably not my first project. I warned the wife I want to start with something a little bit simpler. I mean, any engine is an engine, and you know, it's just I don't feel competent yet saying that. I need to look at all the play in the old lathe, sort that out first. So after the saw on the back, I'll start looking at, hopefully that's the plan anyway, start looking at sorting the lathe out. I've got quite a few things. I've got DRO I want to fit. I actually want to build a bench for it, probably on wheels, so that I can wheel it around with I've got an idea of putting legs in it as well, so when I wheel it around, put it in the position I want, I could leg it down, lock it off like that. The wheels are lockable, but I'm not too sure how sturdy the whole thing would be. I don't want any vibrations in it, but a wooden unit underneath and drawers and stuff so that I could sort all of that stuff out and hopefully get some of the lathe bits in there. I need to my cutters, sort that out. Of course, yeah, and I got all the camera stands. I want a camera mount for the lathe, and I want one for the workbench, and in the future I'll do that in the future, do something for the milling machine on a put in here. Yeah, so there's quite a few things. Look at that, guys, isn't that beautiful? Mrs. Rusty has outdone herself. Now I need to, at some stage, make a beautiful steam engine. That's my aim, and I hope I'm gonna get there. Guys, I don't work to the let's say the inch. Well, that's what I work to at the moment. I need to refine that a lot before I start working on steam engines. I know steam engines you can get away with lesser precision than combustion engines, but still, you know, I've got no idea what the cost of this would have been, but I'm sure it wasn't cheap, and I'm planning to make nice engines, so I need to up my game, as they say. Anyway, so I'll sort out the bench, get you back in. Okay guys, just want to check that here on screen. Okay, so back to the old gearbox and all that it represents, or something like that. As you might recall, this was the previous shaft that was driven by the gear, the splines that I connected to another shaft. I've got it here. Oh, actually, before I go ahead, let me just get the microphone set up, otherwise you might not be able to hear me later on. Okay, so let me try that again. So this was a shaft coming out of the gearbox, and the gearbox of course get driven by the motor, electric motor, 240 volt or 220 volt. This is in the UK, so that sort of worked, but I don't know, there was too much friction on it. So my first idea was to round these splines off so that I could get more of a swivel out of that. That could have worked. Would have been a lot of work involved in that, but sorry, my tongue is twisting today. I haven't even been drinking, sounds like it. Then I decided, you know what, start from afresh, and of course that was in a gearbox, that gear, and that was pressed on that shaft. Then I decided, you know what, take the whole lot apart, and I got another shaft. This was a shock shaft, ram, I don't know what you want to call it. Anyway, this bar, I want to use that. This is quite tough. So I need to recreate that shoulder there so that I could press the gear back on, and I'll have a solid shaft this time running from the gearbox, in the gearbox, drive the gear, drive it, so gearbox bearings on it, all the way gear bearings on the bearing block which I created, and to the big wheel drive the saw blade. Okay, so but you know, one problem after the other, this here is too loose a fit, so I need to recreate probably a bush to that size. On the outside of the gearbox you got a thinner, a smaller bearing, and inside slightly smaller than the diameter of the inside of the gear is another bearing. So you got a bearing other side of this gear. So I want to start with that and then work my way out to where, because I could always take a bit more off of it, come into where I want to. Sorry, I'm not too sure, I can't see the screen at the moment, but I could always shorten the shaft coming towards the big wheel pulley, whatever you want to call it. And so I want to start on this side. So I need to turn that down to that size for the bearing in the gearbox. Then I need to turn a bush that will, you know, make this solid, rigid, so it doesn't run all over the place. There's no glue that I know of. I mean, you could probably get something, and I don't want to weld it because I don't, there's no play in it for bouncing about. The whole idea of this is getting a better setup. Before, as I drive the gearbox on the motor side, the whole gearbox was, I'm showing extremes, but was wobbling a little, and I don't want that. Of course, I'll slow this. The speed is going to be a lot slower, but still, the nicer I can get that drive in action, the better. You know, your saw won't be jumping all over the place, and you'll get a nicer cut and everything. Okay, so I got over here, and I hope you can see it. Let me just check. Yes, I've got over here, this is a bit of stainless steel, mystery stainless steel that I picked up. It was thrown in a bin at work, so I'm going to use that just for interest sakes. I wonder if that thread, look at that, you know what? This is giving me a whole lot of more ideas. Very interesting. Anyways, I think, seeing as that thread worked nicely, I'm probably going to use it, but I need to take the tip. I'll start with the shaft actually. I need to take that tip off, and then there is a shoulder here which I'll lose all the way, so that this future bush can thread in hard up on that shoulder. So yeah, I think that might work. And then once I got that done, I can shift this shaft in the lathe and turn that to whichever dimensions I want. I mean, it needs cutting down, it needs working down, and the thread is not all the way through, which is a shame. I could probably do that. I don't think I'm gonna. Okay, so let me switch that over. Where is my, you know, I need to sort out, I said what I need to sort out before, but I really need to sort out my tool rack and everything. Now I should really worry about that shaft getting damaged, but it's quite hard, quite tough. It should be fine. Okay, so I oiled up the old lathe. That should be fine. The lead screw is out of gear, and I'm going to start it up. Okay guys, so I have cleaned it up. I've put Loctite on it. So I need to cut that down to dimensions, the dimensions of that shaft or that bit there. I don't know if you can see on the camera, there's a slight little step there. Don't look at my finger. I always got little holes and dings and stuff on my fingers. As I said, I need to start working to a finer dimension, so I've put a battery in this now. Start using that, and hopefully I'll get to a better nicer finish. I just need to clean up. Let me check the tips. Sorry, I don't finish my sentences. I seem to be all over the place this morning. Okay, so there we are, 0. I want to bring this out to, I've got already the size on the shaft, so I don't need anything to measure the bore else than that. So I want to bring that out to the dimensions of, and my hand seems to be all over the place this morning as well, like me. So that's a nice fit there, it seems. Let me just get it on it. So I'll lock that. And is that in millimeters? Yes, 15.19 millimeters. Close enough saying that. I talked about working to closer dimensions. Okay, so I've got that. Locked it. There's quite a bit that I need to take off of there. That's the one thing. I'll put this aside for the minute. I also know that bringing the vernier out, wiping all the swarf and stuff off it. Let me, that is on 0. I need up to there 20.8 mil, and that's slightly under. I think it's still gonna work. So I need that part turned down so that it would fit in the gear as well as the bearing. So that will represent that part there. So first of all I want to do the gear part, and that is what I measured with the micrometer. Okay, so I can start cutting that down. I've put the Loctite and everything on there, like I said, I think I said it. What I want to use is the slow feed so I can get a better finish. I need to unlock the carriage and start working on it. I have, by the way, just tightened up the Gibbs screws so that everything is a bit more stable. Okay. So the next part of this operation is to go to the smaller side. Now unlock the old micrometer. Young micrometer is a new one. They are 14.96, I think we can call it. That's the bearing surface. So I need to turn part of this down now to the bearing surface. Okay. I switch that off, put it safe. Okay, so at the moment, let me get an old, what's the name, vernier out. And this one hasn't got all the, I think the battery is just dead. I'll just mark this up actually. Okay, so I want to have that thickness there. It's just there. I want that on here. And then I want to turn the other side of that down. I want to turn that the closest to the chuck down to the bearing surface, which is this 14.96. Okay, so let me get that on the board. Well, you can't see the board at the moment, so that's 14.96. and that's a bearing surface. So, and I mean on here it's very small actually difference. It's the difference between this surface here and here. That's minute, but like I said, it's practice. Okay, so I need to turn this part down by, guys, I can't really show you. That's smaller than I could show, especially with my shakes. I'm just going to go with scratching the surface for now. Oh, the lead screw is not engaged. All over the place. What did I tell you? That's me. Scratch the surface and see what reading we got. Switch it on. Turn it the right way. So that is 15.172. So again, just under millimeters, 0.8 of a millimeter roughly. I'll just go back there. Actually, I think I should swap the cutter over so I can get a, I'm saying that, it probably doesn't matter if that's a, I just need to get a clean cutter in there. Let's do that. I'll put a fresh cutter in there, because this, I can't really see with this cutter, although it still works. Can't really see. I'll do that and get you back in. So I went ahead, carried on. I got it 14.96, and I think it was 2. I didn't really record the last digit, but that is close enough for me. Okay, so now I think before I go too far, because I can turn this thread down now, but I need to press the gear on. I need to make sure which way it goes. I can't remember now, but I need to press that on, and it was quite a hard press. So if I turn this down to that little stub there, which is the other bearing surface, I'm going to struggle because I might bend all of this out of proportion. So I'm going to keep it as is, although I don't like taking it out of the setting I've got now. I'm gonna do that. What I might do actually is just make a mark there, and on the jaw maybe just a marker pen or something, so that I could put it back in the same position roughly when the gear is on, and then I can turn that little stub there. Okay, so I'll go over to a press, clean everything up actually first, go over to a press and do that. So there you have it, guys. I'm starting to push it now, and hopefully, yeah, it's going. See, it helps if you do the right size measurements. And before I push it home, I think I'm just going to put a drop of, actually I'll just put you there. I'll just put a drop of Loctite on there. I don't know, because it's such a tight squeeze, if this Loctite will go in at all. It probably just wipes straight off. But this needs to lock in there, and this is not any special Loctite, you know, it's just extreme thread Loctite, so I think that might do the job. It's going very nice actually. Now I think I'm just gonna hold it there for a second and see what I've got. Oh yeah, luckily you're still on the screen. Okay, I'll just do a couple of checks and then I'll get you back in. Okay, so there you have it, just seated on a bearing. It sits very nice on the bearing. I haven't locked the Loctite off, but this seems to run very nice in there, and I don't want to do too much of that because I might damage this cheap housing. Okay, so I'll want to take it out now, wipe it clean, and then get it back in a lathe. Okay guys, I've got that on. Actually I just want to check, but it should be fine. How true that run, that gear is slightly off. That's a disappointment. Let me actually bring the old tailstock in, see if that makes a difference. I can't really think that it should be. but that shouldn't make a difference on a shaft. Okay, what I have to do now, I need to measure that and turn the small end. I don't know, I think I don't know how to hold this, it seems. I've got not enough hands, it seems. Maybe I should make a, like I've seen some guys do, make a stand for it, the micrometer. Okay, so I need to get down to 9.45 on the smaller, this part here, and it's got a recess in there, so that's good. And I'll just gonna bring it, the recess, close to the gear. So yeah, and that section there needs to be long. Let's do that. 7.22. So this here needs to be down to 7.22. Saying that, you know me saying that, always saying that, it wouldn't matter if that shaft comes out a little bit more, because I've got a hole on that side of the body. Let me just check on the body, but I think I have. Yeah, the hole is on both sides, so that can poke through. So I'm just going to actually turn it down to start with to the right size, diameter, which would be this. Okay, and there's quite a bit that need coming down. Let me check the lead screws in the right direction, and let's switch on. Let me take the stale stock away for the moment. I need to, and that's going to be a sort of interrupted cut again. I need to get rid of the threads first. Okay, let me just slightly move it away and then start it up. I'm going to cut it close to the gear and then actually start going away from the gear, rather cut away from the gear each time. Okay, turn the direction of the lead screw. I'll get some oil in the situation and off we go. Some lubrication on the situation. I'm not good at running. I never intended to be. Okay guys, I've assembled it and it actually works beautiful, so I'm quite happy with that. Very happy actually. So I think actually I want to lose that rib, bring the whole lot closer in to the saw, even if I need to take that shoulder out of the back of the bearing block, because I would like it to locate on this surface, and by looks it seems pretty flat. I'm just going to grind it off. I don't have the right setup to try, and I could probably try and do it on a lathe. I don't think I've got the right setup. I'll just take it away, that rib, lose it, even if I damage that, which I'm not too worried about, because I mean I don't really need that, but yeah, I want to lose this rib definitely. Okay guys, so I'm quite happy with that. Now I've got better bearings. Thing though, that's no good, so I need to turn bushes. I've got chocked up just actually I've cut off the previous the drive shaft that I made, which is not really scrap, it's just well, it's not going to get used for this project. Doesn't need to be special or anything, just needs to hold the shaft in the center. So I have the bore, and I've got this set, it's only a cheap set, bore gauge. I checked the inner diameter and it's 16.89. I'm gonna aim for 17 millimeters to start with, and then just try it. I want it just to slide on, or not to slide on. I think just to slide on, because when I pushed it in last time I damaged bearings. Was a lot thinner, the bearings, than this. This is about double the size of those width wise, but I could rather Loctite it on in position than force it and damage the bearings, because last time I went through, well, about 5 bearings. I had a few. I suppose it's a learning experience as well. Yeah, I don't need to have it that tight. So I need to bore this out. I need to lose quite a bit actually of that stub can go, because that's under, and I'll just turn it off and then start working from there. Yeah, I think so. So let me start the machine up. That's it. And I'm not worried that it's wobbling, because everything is going to change anyway, dimension wise. So I'll just work it down, rough it out first. Now that is proper rough. I think that'll do. That's bigger. No, a little bit more actually. Saying that it's a leading edge. I'll leave it for now. I'll get the center bit. I need actually a bigger bit for that. Let me just grab my whacker, my hammer. Wipe the swab off. That's it. And I need a bigger center bit, because this one is that small one. Seeing as I'm going to bore it out, bigger is better. Now I know one of the sides is blunt. I can't remember which side. I need to bore it out anyway, so I might as well just start with a center in there. I think I'm gonna probably bore it out first. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bore it out first, because that's gonna be the hard part, boring that out, I suppose. Hard as in tension in the metal. Okay. So guys, I overshot this. That's too loose. So I'm not too sure what happened. Basically, that happened. Excuses. I don't know if it's the flex in the bar or what. I'll have to redo that. I'm not happy with that. But for now, I'm gonna say that's the end of this part of it. I'd rather do it right than rush it. Yeah, and redo it anyway because I'm not happy. I thought it's a bit of aluminium. It's actually a bit of grey hair, it seems. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I should put a bit of dye in it. Anyways guys, I'm gonna end the video there, and I'm gonna wish you all of the best for the week. God bless.